Lakes have captivated us for centuries, with their stunning beauty and the mysteries they hold beneath their surfaces. From their formation to the diverse ecosystems they support, lakes offer a world of wonder to explore. A lake in its simple definition is a body of water surrounded by land. Their usage can be industrial, agricultural, supplying domestic water, recreational, aesthetic, or power generation. Lakes can be categorized based on various factors, including their formation, location, and water chemistry. Let's see how lakes can form. Tectonic lakes are created by the movement of the Earth's crust. A volcanic lake, as the name says, it is formed in a crater or caldera of a volcano. Glacial lakes are made by glacier activity. Fluvial lakes are produced by running water, usually when a river bends and meanders through its course due to the terrain. Thermal lakes have warm or hot water due to geothermal activity and can support unique ecosystems that are not found in other types of lakes. A landslide lake is made by blocking a river valley. Aeolian lake are made by the wind actions, usually in an arid environment where the wind blows sand and eventually make a natural dam in a lake basin. A shoreline lake is basically a lake formed around the coastline, created by the sediments brought by the river, waves, or ocean currents that separates the lake from a larger body of water. Artificial lakes are man-made lakes. Lastly, we have meteorite lakes, which are formed from an impact where a meteorite or asteroid struck the surface. Let's look at some examples and other interesting stuff about lakes. The Caspian Sea, which is actually a lake, is a tectonic lake. A volcanic lake example is Yellowstone Lake in Wyoming and Lake Toba in Sumatra. The Katora Lake from Pakistan is a glacial lake. Quake Lake from Montana is an example of landslide lake. Blue Lagoon, no, not that Blue Lagoon, but the one from Iceland, is a thermal lake. Finally, let's mention Lonar Lake from India, which is a meteorite lake. Now let's see some remarkable lakes. The Caspian Sea we mentioned before is the world's largest lake by surface, located between Europe and Asia, at the east of the Caucasus Mountains and to the west of the steppe of Central Asia. Now what about its name? How did the sea become a lake? About 11 million years ago, the Caspian Sea was part of the Paratethys Sea, a large inland sea from which the Caspian, Black and Aral Sea were formed due to a tectonic uplift, and it became landlocked about 5.5 million years ago. Lake Baikal in southeastern Siberia in Russia is the world's largest freshwater lake by volume, containing about 1/5 of fresh water on the Earth's surface. It is also the deepest lake, about 1642 m, and the oldest, about 25 to 30 million years old, and among the cleanest. From its surface you can see about 40 meters. The Great Lakes are 5 interconnected lakes: Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie and Ontario, located near the border between the USA and Canada. They are freshwater lakes, and although they are large, all of them do not surpass the Baikal Lake in volume. The Great Lakes became to form around 14,000 years ago at the end of the last glacial period. Ojos del Salado is a lake located at the border between Chile and Argentina, and it sits at the highest altitude, 6,390 meters. On the contrast, the Dead Sea is the lowest lake, located at -418 meters. It is also a lake with very high saline concentration, about 34%. Side note here, the highest saline lake is Gaytel Pond in Ethiopia. Now back to the Dead Sea, it is also the deepest hypersaline lake in the world, 300 meters. Lake Volta is the man-made lake with the biggest surface on Earth. It is located in Ghana, Africa. Lake Kariba is the world's largest artificial lake by volume. It can be found on the border between Zimbabwe and Zambia. Also, let's mention Lake Victoria, the largest in Africa, the largest tropical lake, and from it outflows the White Nile. The country with the most lakes is Canada. It is estimated that there are at least 2 million lakes in Canada. Pink lakes are in fact natural. They are formed when algae produce carotenoids and combined with some bacteria gives the lake the pink color. Pink Lake and Lake Hiller, both in Australia, are some examples. Finally, here are some of the most stunning and well-known lakes around the world. Lake Como, located in northern Italy, at the foothills of the Alps, a picturesque lake surrounded by medieval villages, villas and scenic mountains, is a glacial lake and a very popular tourist destination since Roman times. It is known for its landscape, wildlife and spas. Lake Tahoe, USA. It is known for its crystal clear waters, stunning mountain views and recreational opportunities. Plitvice Lakes, Croatia, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its interconnected series of turquoise waterfalls and lakes. Lake Bled, Slovenia. A glacial lake set amidst the Julian Alps, known for its church-topped island and medieval castle. Moraine Lake, Canada. A glacier-fed lake in Banff National Park with a stunning turquoise color and surrounded by the rugged peaks of the Canadian Rockies. Crater Lake, USA. A caldera lake formed by a collapsed volcano in Oregon, known for its deep blue color and picturesque setting. Lake Louise, Canada. A glacier-fed lake in Banff National Park known for its turquoise waters and stunning mountain scenery. Do you know other interesting facts about lakes that were not mentioned? Please comment below and share your knowledge.